All right, good morning, belts and bow ties. I know it looks crazy. It is rainy. My hair is herring. So let's get on into it. I don't understand why we're like this. And what I mean is, I'm noticing a couple of things. On the one hand, you've got the women who seem to be attacking women who want to be booed up, who want to be in a relationship. And then on the other hand, you have the women who are attacking all women. And I'm just kind of like, what is wrong with us? I don't know why there seems to be a rise of the woman who looks like me, who wants to tear down other women who look like me. Like, I don't get it. Like, you still have that same weirdo. I don't even know what her name is because I have her blocked. But there's this one lady who likes to get out there and talk about how bad we are as black women, making up stuff, right? And I remember blocking her, but people are stitching and making videos about how silly this woman is. So I occasionally will still see a little bit of her content before I swipe by. But this is the thing. And I'm not perfect in how I used to deliver any kind of messaging. So let me just let you know I recognize my hypocrisy. But this is the thing. I I don't understand why you would want to come online and tell other women who look like you, basically, she didn't use these exact words, that they are a piece of you know what. And everything about this woman, her messaging is all in relation to this is why black women can't find a man. Like, as if like that's their only mission in life. Now, let me just say this. I am not single, okay? But I can also see the value in a woman, in a person, whether they are in some sort of covenant or not with someone else. But this person just likes to tear down other black women. And it's just so weird. Like, this is why you can't find a man. I'm like, so is that the sum total of someone's life? How about finding a man, a man, a man? But this lady, you would think like she was like something spectacular. I don't know her from a can of paint, but I'm sitting here thinking like, lady, like you're not some. Let me back up because I'm getting ready to get out of pocket. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I don't understand how you can get online and talk about another woman the way she does. There's nothing about what she says that is loving, that is caring, that is extending any level of grace, that is really uplifting, right? And what I'm saying, that's not to say that we have to be rolling around in obsessive positivity. I am not saying that. And I'm not saying you can't call a thing, right? What I am saying is she is mean. She's mean. And I'm like, wait a second. There's always ways that everyone can do better. But talking to people like they are POS, and you know the POS is a piece of, I'm like, that's not going to get it. And then to basically imply that someone has no value if they're not married is out of line. It is out of line. So I find that I see the rise of women who are acting like this. It's almost as if they're trying to validate themselves by tearing you down. I'm seeing this a lot, and I'm trying to get that out of my feed. Like, let me tell you something. You guys are gonna hee haw, but I subscribe to Veritasium. I don't know. I like nerdy channels like that. I like my lions, looking at stuff with the lions and stuff like that on TikTok. But like on YouTube and stuff like that, I'm more into things like Veritasium. Um, I do like listen to Daily Dose of Wisdom. That's more Christian based. But like, I love things like Veritasium and some other things. And I get regular stuff too, a little bit of the gossipy stuff. But I like to stretch my mind on other things. Like the video I looked at this morning was on why airplane doors are made the way they are. And they explain how they open and why they are so, and why there's no real lock on an airplane door. It has a lot to do with air pressure and some other things that what happens at altitude and stuff like that. Where I'm going with this is when I see women come online and like to talk about other women the way they are, I try to get that out. I don't want to pay attention to that. I don't know why women are so invested in tearing other women down. And the reason why I'm focusing on women is because there's plenty of content out there where I can eat all at the men. But this isn't about the men, this is about the women. Coming online and the way they are talking to other women who look like them, it's just outrageous. So a lot of them are now, like, I shouldn't say a lot, let me rephrase that. I'm seeing this rise of these whacked out weirdo women, the wows, getting on there. That's why you can't find a man and all this stuff. It's like, it's so weird. I'm like, so you are valueless if you're not tethered to a man? And now, look, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not single, but I don't like that. I'm like, that's not how you talk to people. So are we going to say that they have no value? And the only thing that you want to talk to someone about is how to find a man, how to be with a man. It's so weird. It's so weird. But if you really cared about women so much, there's a way that you can reach women without being like that. It is gross. And not only that, I feel like these women, especially the one in particular, I don't even know her name, she is so quick to jump on outside community opinions to validate her. And I guess maybe I'm just delusional. I don't know. But I validate me at this point because as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't care what you think. I'm going to validate myself. Look, I did not try to put any curls or anything in my hair. You want to know why? Because it's moist outside. They're not going to last. So I'm walking out with the afro is afroing. It is what it is. And I'm going to walk up into my job and do exactly me. Me. I'm going to go to day 2 of this kickoff meeting and try not to be bored. And I'm just kind of like, I can't be concerned. But I don't understand why this woman needs outside validation to validate her womanhood and femininity. The shiggity is weird. And then on top of that, so she needs outside validation to validate her. And then what she'll do is she almost like circles back and revalidates herself by pointing out her perceived I guess evaluation of where she is in relation to other women who look like her. So I assume she's married, I guess. So I guess she's like reached the penultimate or something. And so she's looking at these women as if like, and that's why you're not this and you're not that. And she's doing everything she can to tell them what they're not. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, you know, you might be, I think she's trying to pose as a Christian. I don't know. But I'm sitting there thinking, like, there's nothing about this that is loving. It's not present. There's nothing about her message. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. Now, I want to circle to these other women who are not booed up for a second. And now I want to tear down women who are booed up. I'm like, there is something wrong with you, too. You are so concerned about everyone else's love life. Focus on your own or lack thereof. Like, it's so weird how you want to tear down everybody. I don't understand what is wrong with us. It's like we need a collective get on somebody's couch day and all just take a big sigh. Sigh it out. Because I'm like, why are you so concerned? It is just so weird. Everyone's weird except for me. That's why you should subscribe to my channel. and leave a comment because I'm amazing in every way. I can practically do no wrong. These women need to stop hyper focusing on everybody else's love life. I see so many women out there looking for a reason to tear down the relationships of other people. We know people are in jacked up relationships, and we know people who are in decent relationships and they just need some work. But instead of like trying to uplift people and give people tools and encouragement, and we're telling people run, girl, and these men ain't this and this, and a lot of relationships are like that too. But I'm just kind of like, what is your problem? Focus on your own life. Especially since there's so many women out there who look like me, who go around telling everybody that it's so great being so. Then be great. Be amazing in your space. But what you don't have to do is, tear someone else down in order to exalt yourself. You don't have to snuff out anybody else's fire in order to light your own. It's just getting weird out here in these streets. And I'm like, why are these women doing this? What is up with this? Anyway, these are just my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I look, I look. I don't always get it right. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, even though I don't think I'm wrong. That's why I say I can practically do no wrong. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know why we're acting like this. I don't know why we're like this. It's just weird. And I think all of the women who look like me, you guys need to really start looking at the man or woman in the mirror. I'm starting, no, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. That's what you need to do. Just focus on yourself. And when I say focus on yourself, I'm not trying to say be totally individualistic. But what I am saying is we need to gain some perspective. Stop tearing down other women. Stop telling them what they're not. What are you? Are you the example of womanhood that we need to be? Because you're mean. You're mean. Why should I want to listen to you? Why would I want you being around anybody in my family? I wouldn't want to around my daughter. I definitely don't want to tell her some of the stuff that I hear coming out online. I want her to be loved. I want her to be happy. But I want her to be kind and compassionate. I want her to practice kindness. We talk about this all the time. You know what we say? We talk about how do you want to show up in this world? How do you want to show up in this world? All right, so look, I'm getting ready to get off of this because I don't really have that much left to say, and I need to like lock in here, being out here on these wet streets. Not that there's many cars out here, but I do want to not talk anymore. All right, have a good one. Ooh, I can't end it.